One of the toughest professions in the universe is the nursing profession. There are a lot of demands, expectations from a large number of constituents. And coupled with that, they have sometimes to deal with difficult situations in terms of behaviors received by them from the patient's relatives, maybe a conflict with the doctor, another paramedic, huge emotional management expectations by the patients, long duty hours. These together form a recipe for disaster in terms of the stress that these people would experience. On many occasions, nurses have to display an emotion which they are not feeling. For example, trying to show compassion, affection and understanding to a patient while they are irritated, angry and upset because of a conflict with the doctor, with other patients, or probably with some management staff. Now in this case, when they display an emotion because they are expected to, that's the hospital norm, that's the cultural norm, and they don't feel that emotion but have to display it, that is emotional labor. Labor because they have to enact an emotion which they do not feel, they're just paid for it. And this can have disastrous consequences on their health. I, Dr. Ashis Sen, who work as an adjunct professor at IIM Nagpur, is a well-known exponent on emotional intelligence. I had the good fortune to interact and learn from people like Daniel Goleman, the global guru on emotional intelligence, Richard Barthes, and many others. I am a member of the EI consortium. I have also helped dozens of Fortune 500 companies and top companies in this country to build capability in terms of leadership competencies, emotional intelligence competencies. Stress management is one of those abilities. Having worked with the paramedic staff and the nurses for some time now, I have realized that they need more than ever these tools and the tackles necessary for handling distressful stress. While some stress is good, which is when we take up a challenge which we really want to work for and feel capable enough to be able to achieve the goals, stress, when it overwhelms us, is bad for our health. It forces us to release a lot of neurochemicals like cortisol and adrenaline, which is bad for your blood pressure, immunity, long-term cardiovascular problems, irritable bowel syndromes, so on and so forth. We can do without it. So I believe that in today's world, when corporate image is a mandate for business people, since it actually matters in the stock market, and otherwise also it matters a lot, the people's perception of the company, hospitals must come forward to create a positive image by helping their nurses to learn how to manage stress and giving the patients far better care, patient outcomes being far better than earlier, because a nurse who is confident, happy, energetic and is resilient would not only prove to be dependable and committed to the company, but also be very good for patient outcomes. We can help you measure many of these constructs, many of these factors, once the people do come to us for getting trained and improve their skills on stress management. This is not a nice thing to do for the hospital management. This is a must. And it goes beyond HR because stressed out employees, nurses, are an organizational problem. It would lead to mental fatigue, brain fog, which can lead to bad decision making, poor inferences and wrong treatments by the nurse. And apart from that, it could actually be bad for the nurse herself, because the immunity comes down and brain fog doesn't help them to have cognitive health, mental wellness. It's also important because the hospitals must realize that in this cutting edge competitive world, investing in your employees is investing in yourself. Without their health, you cannot achieve the lofty goals of great patient care at all. We believe that therefore this is a no-brainer. We will help the nurses learn various methods, more than a dozen methods to manage stress, whether it's cognitive reappraisal, cognitive behavioral therapy, journaling, mindfulness, so on and so forth. We'll look forward to your inquiries and your responses. My email is there in the description box. Please use it freely to respond. And if you like this video, do subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you. Hours.